quarterbacks are ready to take the field. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Razorbacks offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really... Right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. So the Washington State Cougars offense will have its first possession of the game. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield.
Oh, look out! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attack.
Off play action. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Fires downfield. And it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him.
Trying to get behind the defense. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stuck.
Looking for a huge play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside. Looking for a deep man. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He unleashes a long one. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
This offense set up with a 2nd and short. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Washington State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans. This offense better find out how to slow him down.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defense.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He's open on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It is good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance.
Snags it on the right. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Catch in the middle. It's Manziel. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They go to the ground. Fights off a defender. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The throw to the outside is complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're only 1 for 3 on 4th down attempts, but they'll try it again here. They'll try to pick up the first. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Get a hat trick of touchdowns as a Razorback running back, and they start bringing up names like Alex Collins and Madre Hill and Darren McFadden.
How unbelievable is that? Just to be mentioned with those kind of names, that shows you what kind of day this young man's having. Running the football with authority. Arkansas fans, I can promise you, are proud of this young man.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. The expressway is wide open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Cougar!
really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Dialing up a second down pass play. This time it's complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already. Heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He fires a bullet to the right. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Finds his tight end. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
The Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
He makes the connection. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. And they got him for the sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Wide receiver shows motion. Off the boot, looking for his man. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Right back to him on the ground. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Razorbacks are threatening in the red zone. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him, knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And for the 5th time, the offense will go for it on 4th down. 2 for 4 so far. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You see more and more of this in college football. They hand it off in the jet sweep on short yardage. This time the defense was not fooled at all. They were locked in. Get the receiver to the ground. No first down for you.
Finds his big tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll go to the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to run for it. And the Cougars are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Cougars look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Setting up the screen. Fakes his man out. He smashes his way through again. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He wants to throw it again. Unloads it left. And he's thrown another interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gonna take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabs it in the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The play action fake. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own third. He tries to take the top off. Snatches it on the right. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it together.
Power football with the run. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. And the Razorbacks come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's an 80-yard drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Now the play fake. Going for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Cougars. And once he got loose, it was all over. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. He's going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. He wants to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Wide out in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
He'll pull it down, and they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks are on the move. Just a misfire from this sophomore as he threw it behind him.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They're bringing heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
He's got it. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Jamison. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Man, he just continues to be on fire at the quarterback spot, continues to chew up yards. Over 100, over 200, over 300. Now we're over 450. Have yourself a day, young man.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on second down after the short completion. They're going to throw it again. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
Finds the tight end. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have.
Oh, he wants it all. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. The give and tick, 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 tick. Got room at the 35. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get...
He'll take the deep shot. Snags it down the right side. And he's running in the open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Washington State.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Takes a hit as he fires. Finds a man in the middle. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping it. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Off the play fake. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
He's got the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Throwing right. Pulls it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wazoo! And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Line gets set, first down. He's gonna pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the route is on. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
How in the world did the offense retain possession? He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalties. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Washington State. A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Wants to throw on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dennis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Looking left. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll take another shot here. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.